Two available worlds. Which one are you creating? Every day, without realizing it, we stand at a crossroads between two very different worlds. Not two different planets. Not even two different lives. Two different experiences of this life, shaped not by circumstances, but by perception. One is a world built on fear and lack, where the undercurrent of every thought whisper, something is missing. You are not enough. Life is not enough. It's a world that feels heavy, pressured, and endlessly striving. The other is a world created through love and wholeness, where each moment, even imperfect, holds a sense of presence and sufficiency. It's a world that feels spacious, connected, and alive, even when challenges arise. Both worlds exist side by side. The events of the day don't change between them, but the experience of living does. Completely. And the question that shapes your life more than any other is this: which world are you creating moment by moment? Through the lens of lack, a day in fear. Let's walk for a moment, through a day in the first world, the one filtered by lack. Maybe you've been here before. Maybe you know it well. The alarm rings. Before your feet even touch the ground, the first thought arises. I didn't get enough sleep. I'm already behind. That single thought quietly sets the tone. Scrolling through your phone, you see images of other smiles, travels, achievements. Your mind doesn't just observe. It measures. They're happier, more successful, more loved. What am I doing wrong? Each comparison feels small on its own, but together they build a weight in your chest, a silent sense of falling short. On the way to work, every delay feels personal. The traffic, the red lights, the weather, it all feels like resistance. As though life itself is conspiring to make things harder, the body tightens, shoulders rise. The breath gets shallow without you even noticing. At work, you hear feedback, or maybe just silence where you hoped for praise, and the inner critic stirs. Not good enough. Not fast enough. Not smart enough. Even a compliment doesn't soothe it because deep down, the mind whispers, it's not real. You're still failing somewhere. Every interaction feels loaded. You sense judgment in others' expressions, even when it isn't there. You hold back, or defend yourself, or compare. Connection feels distant, like everyone is on their own island, including you. By evening, the day feels like something you survived rather than something you lived. The meal, the quiet, the conversation, they're all muted, overshadowed by the hum of not enough. Even rest feels less like restoration and more like a pause before the next round of striving. This is the world of lack. Not because life itself is lacking, but because the mind, shaped by fear, is wearing a lens that can only see what's missing. A lens that believes peace and worth are somewhere out there, just beyond reach. Through the lens of wholeness, a day in love, now breathe deeply and step into the other world, the same day, the same circumstances, but through a different lens, the lens of love, presence, and wholeness. The alarm rings. Maybe you still didn't sleep enough. But before the rush of thought begins, you pause. You feel the weight of the blanket. You hear the quiet of the room. And you think, I'm here. I have this day. This is enough. The phone buzzes. The same smiles and achievements scroll by. But instead of comparison, you feel a flicker of inspiration. How beautiful that joy exists in the world. What would I love to create today? The commute is the same traffic, the same red lights, but each pause becomes a moment to return to yourself. You notice your breath. You notice the sky, the way clouds shift, the way sunlight breaks through. The delay is no longer an enemy. It's a pocket of stillness. At work, challenges still come, mistakes still happen. But instead of collapsing into self-criticism or defense, you take a breath and ask, what's real here? What can I learn? How can I respond with clarity instead of fear? Conversations feel different. You listen, not to defend, but to understand. Even when others are difficult, there's a quiet recognition. They're moving through their own fears, just like me. Judgment softens into curiosity, and connection opens naturally. By evening, the simple joys feel alive. The food tastes richer because you're actually present for it. The conversations feel deeper because you're listening with your whole self. Rest feels like a gift, a return home, rather than just recovery. This is the world of wholeness. It doesn't require everything to go right. It doesn't ask for perfection. It only asks for willingness to choose love over fear, moment by moment. Fear versus love, the core choice. These two worlds are not distant destinations. They are woven into every breath, every thought, every interaction. The thread that decides which one you're living in is simple. Am I seeing through fear, or am I seeing through love? Fear shows up as tension, comparison, judgment, and the sense that life must be controlled or resisted. It whispers that you are separate from others, from peace, even from your own worth. Love shows up as presence, curiosity, gratitude, and connection. It doesn't promise that life will be smooth, but it does offer a steadiness, a way to meet life as it is without losing yourself. Every moment is a chance to choose. Not once forever, but again and again. And every time you notice fear and choose love, no matter how small, you shift the world you live in. Practices for choosing the world of wholeness. So how do you start living more in the second world when the first feels so deeply ingrained? Here are 3 practices you can begin today, softly, without pressure. 1. Pause and name the filter. When tension or judgment rises, stop for just a breath. Ask yourself, is this fear? Is this thought rooted in lack or in love? Simply naming it often weakens its hold. 2. Ask a better question. Fear asks, what's missing? What's wrong? What if I fail? Love asks, what's here right now? What can I appreciate? What can I offer? One question can shift your entire emotional landscape. 3. Choose again, gently. You will fall into fear. We all do. But the practice is not about perfection. It's about remembering you can always choose again. Each time you return to love, even for a breath, you strengthen your capacity to live from that place. And when you surround yourself with people and practices that reflect peace, compassion, and authenticity, choosing becomes easier. The lens of wholeness grows clearer. Each moment, the choice appears again, not in big, dramatic decisions, but in the quiet spaces, and how you breathe when stress rises, and how you see the person in front of you, and how you speak to yourself when you stumble. Fear or love, scarcity or peace, separation or connection. The world you experience is not fixed. It is woven from these choices. And the more you choose love, the more the world reflects it back, not because the outer world has changed, but because you have. So as you move through your day, notice, pause, breathe. Ask yourself, which world am I creating right now? And which one do I want to live in? The answer and the shift is always just one choice away.